Okay guys, so welcome back to another How to Get Good. I haven't done this in a while. This is number 4. Today we're going to be doing Prime Giga. Prime Giga is a level, it was my first real achievement in this game, so it kind of means a lot to me. But yeah, let's get into it. I hope it can help some of you, especially those of you going for class 10 Prime. Prime, haha, lots of primes everywhere. Lol. Okay. So, this level is, obviously, it's happy hardcore. It's like 180, 190 BPM, somewhere around there. So it's fast. So you're not going to want to do a lot of things that will drain your stamina. You definitely need to have enough stamina left when you get to the part at the ending. And once you pass the part at the ending, you do need to clutch the rest of the level. But obviously the first part is getting past drop. So this level is, if you're going for Omega or even FC, it's pretty easy up until drop, until like 1 second before drop, when it starts to get really hard, and you'll see why this is pretty much a 15. All right, let's get into it. So start off very simple. Left hand quarter notes, right hand rhythm. So this mixer, by the way, if you keep it in the middle, you actually don't have to move it. Like, just trust me on that. I actually learned that today from a friend. I never knew that, but he told me that you could do that. Now here, I would suggest just moving the mixer. I actually am not sure about if you could not move that. Not move that one either. Then you have doubles, and then you have the first spam low level. So the way this spam works is like this. So it starts on left. 5 notes that are, oh shoot, what the hell? 5 notes that are alternating. Left middle finger I would suggest here. Then after the middle finger, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as you can see, and then 6 over here. Now you have this. So normally on a so if you're on a phone and you're right-handed, I would suggest just reaching across. And probably on iPad, I would do this as well. I would go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But if you're left-handed, you may prefer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or if you're weird, you might prefer 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or if you're stupid, you might prefer 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, don't do that. So, and then finish off the spam. So note that all of these are 16ths. And once you hit that note, they're all together. So once more from the top of this spam, middle, right, and then actually there's no note that aligns with this note by itself. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to full speed. This is just right hand. Okay, so the way this rhythm works, you shouldn't need to care, but it's triplet and then 16ths, so 12 16ths. But it's fast, so just like 4K. Now here, when you finish this, I would suggest moving your left hand over and jacking your right hand middle finger, or you can go like this. It depends on what you like. So as you can see there, I use my ring finger, but if you want, you can also do this and just jack the middle finger like that, because most of the time when you're getting to this part, you're gonna rush this anyways. That's okay, as long as you get all perfect. Or if you're going for FC or Prime, just keep FC and then jack the middle finger over. I mean, you can hit the ring finger if you want, if you're good with that. If you're not good with that, don't do it. But it's slow enough, and it's easy, and the pattern works so that you can go like this and then jack the middle fingers to the sides. And just bring the slider down, right hand again, triplet 16ths. Okay, so then you have this section. So I'm gonna move this over. This is self-explanatory. Okay, so here, Okay, so here, this is a trill on one hand. So let's say this is you're right-handed, you can do a trill like this. If you're left-handed, do a trill like this. Or if you're nanoflower, you do this, or some variant of whatever. I guess that works too. You just have to find something that works for you. So what I did here is I would start like this, and then I would start index and then move over to middle like that. And note that at the end of this, by the way, it's not eighth notes, it's da 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 dum ba dum. It's not straight eighth notes here, so you have to be very watchful of that. But and then continue. Same pattern. Now you have it. Okay, so now you have this part. I'm not really covering the beginning too much because it's not that hard. Just learn the pattern. Right hand is all quarter notes, and left hand is quarter notes and eighth notes. I would suggest left hand doubles here. Hold those red notes long enough. Okay, this is the real first hard part of the level. Where is it? Okay. So, together, top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top, together, top, bottom, top, bottom, top, bottom, top, top, and this last note lines up with this bottom note. So, there's a couple ways to do this. Well, there's 2 ways to do this. You can use thumb and index, or you can use middle and index and middle. Whichever one you use is completely up to you. It's just preference on which one you prefer. Even though I usually use index and middle, for this part, I use thumb and index. Just because I felt like it flowed into the next part better. But, you know, it's up to you. And honestly, now that I think about it, index middle might flow into the next part better. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't have to think about it if I use thumb index. So once you get here, I mean, this is like one of the hardest parts of the level already. I'm gonna slow this down a lot. So it starts like this, then you go this. You have to do what I'm telling you to do, otherwise it won't work. So this, index, middle, and left hand, and then either thumb or index here, and then middle, index on left hand. So, and after you do that, you have right, left, double, left, right, left, left index, left middle, right, and then these 2 notes line up. So, like that. If you do it with thumb, it looks like this. Shit, I can't even do it with thumb. At full speed, it's gonna look something like this. Wait, I'm gonna start a second back. Hold up. As you can see, that's one of the hardest parts of the level. Unless you're good at this stuff, you're only gonna get this like 50% of the time, AP, and that's okay. I mean, for me, it was more like 25%, but it's okay. So yeah, and then I should probably mention when you enter this, I mean, you can do a variety of things here. I just went like this, but you can jack, you can do whatever you want. Just make sure you land with right hand on this and drag over. And then you're gonna have to hit this with, you know, pinky, ring, or index if you dragged over if you're right index. And then you drag the left side down and the drop starts as you hit this note. So first off, notice, don't release this too early because this ends here, but you have to get here. Now, the reason why I would suggest grabbing this with ring finger is so you can start this thing. Because if you grab with index, you have to release, unless you're doing this, but don't do that. So, okay, the way this works is wide, narrow, wide, but left hand moves over. I mean, when you understand this part, or when you do it a lot, you'll just do this instinctively. You'll just go like, buh, 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 and it will just work every time. But I mean, it's not that easy all the time. Why is it still stuck there? 103 is good. So I would definitely start with right here. So there are 2 ways. Doubles or just jack. So jack like that. Now obviously that's at 50 speed. At full speed, it's a little harder. And my game just, okay. So yeah, jacking, I mean, do you. If you're good at jacks, go for it. But the other way is just doubles. So here at the end, you can either go right, left, and then go here, or what I did is I jacked the right hand, like right, like that. So yeah, 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. So yeah, right, or right, left, right. Started it a little too late. Okay. Index, middle, trill, 3, middle, index, middle. So index, middle, index, middle, index, middle. It's not a straight trill, you do have to move. And then your right hand goes over here. You can do thumb index, middle index, whatever. This, I can't pose. Those are straight triplets. Make sure to grab this with index finger so you can do that part. Now, here, these are together, and then it's middle, index, middle. Drag over, and then you have a double trill in both hands, like this. The left hand starts on the index, and the right hand starts on the middle, so. And then you have a double. So, I think the best way to do this is your left hand goes into this note. However, your right hand really doesn't. It ends on this note. So you can either jack the right hand over, or you can do what I do, which is this. Thumb, and finish this, and then get to here. This part is a part where you're just gonna have to figure out what works for you and do it. I've seen many different things at this part. One is this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alternating. I can't even do that because it feels so weird for me. I would only suggest that kind of strategy on a 9.7-inch iPad or a phone. On iPad Pro, it's a little too big. You don't want to do as many vertical strats like that unless it's necessary. The other way is to 4K. If your right hand is strong, you can do that. Yes, it is a double 2-3-2 double, but you can do that. If you really want something, you can go this, jack this. That's also an option. I can't really give like a good, perfect way to do this. I've seen people consistent at this, but for me, it's like, it's just not, it's not a viable part to have a consistent thing at. You just have to get good at it and do it. As for keeping combo here, well, I think I would suggest, I mean, even keeping combo here is hard. You have to like, it's just a really weird part that you're just gonna have to figure out. So yeah, there's 3 strats, 1, 2, 3, and I don't see any other way to do this. I mean, I guess you could take this with, yeah, I guess you could do that too. So here, let's go here. So like this, tap this, then tap this with index and right middle, and then you start a right trill, and then finish over here where you started. So it's like a 5 trill. So start here, hit this note, and then do a 5 trill, like that. I mean, that's like, this is probably the hardest part of the level, in my opinion. Like, burst-wise, there's another macro part that's hard. So, anyways, let's keep moving because let's not take 30 minutes on this part. Tap with 2 fingers here on the left, drag with right. Okay. So now this happens. Wait, what was the rhythm? Oh, okay. Yeah, I got messed up because I started at the wrong spot. Okay. These are 16ths, alternating. Okay, so what I would do here is after you hit this, alternate this spam. So left, right, left, slide the right hand over, hit double. Like that. Middle finger here, and then you can either do this if you can reach that, ring reach, or you can just double, which is what I do. Alternate, double on the left hand. You're gonna release the index finger early. Triplets, grab these all at the same time, and then tap, and then grab this with one hand as you bring the mixer up. Jack right hand, and then here, take with index and move over. Here, I mean, it's not that hard. You just go 1, 2. You can treat these red notes as tap notes. Now you don't. And then do this trill. So left middle here, right middle, left middle, 3 trill on the right hand. And then 4K, 5K. And boom, 20 seconds of the drop is over. Congratulations. It's 16 minutes into the video already, and we've only gotten halfway done with the level. Again, wait, I passed it. This trill is just something you have to practice. Left middle, right middle, left middle, left middle, 3 trill right hand. Mixer goes 16s, 24s, right hand, 4K, 5K. Okay, so now your left hand has quarter notes over here. I would suggest with middle finger and then occasionally hit with index and then do everything else with right hand. So these are doubles. And now I'm using my index, and now it's a trill, and now it's back here. If you're left-handed, you can use your left hand more. If you're right-handed more, you can use your right-handed more. Or if you're weird, you can do something weird, because that's how it works. Okay, so here I would suggest, yeah, so here definitely put middle finger on the mixer. So, okay, so if you're on iPad, use thumb here. If you're on phone, use index middle. And just everything I say, I'm gonna say with thumb and index, but if you're on phone, change it for index middle. So, your left hand has to take everything until it's a double. Then you take that note with the right thumb. Thumb, 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 left hand, thumb. All at the same time. Alternating. Right hand 4 trill. If you can't do a right hand 4 trill very consistently, right, middle, index, and go like that. Which is what nanoflower does. Together, 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 double, jack. Okay, let me explain this part because this part is a little more deceptive than it seems. This is a jack, just jack. It's actually into the right hand side. See? Dun. What the heck? Okay, so then here, what you're gonna do is da-da-da. Either use middle or index, jack, and then once you hit this note, lines up with this note. So not the first one, but the second one. So it's da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da. And then left hand will take care of the rest. And then you have another spam, alternating, left middle, right middle, left middle, right middle. And then here, I would suggest going left index, right middle, right index, right middle, move over, left, right, and right middle to finish it off. Again, all these streams in this level is just stuff that you will have to practice and come up with a strat that works for you. Just note that you really do not want to use more than 4 fingers. And you want to avoid as many 4 trills or 3 and 4 trills as possible. 1 or 2 are fine, especially with your dominant hand in levels like this. When you're going for Omega and consistency, even for FC, you really want to avoid any more than 3 notes with one hand at once. After that, it can get very iffy, especially at high BPM. So you have a break, 4K, and then this is what people consider to be the hardest part of the level. But once you learn it, it might not actually be that bad. So let's go over the right hand first. Middle, and then index. These are 3 trills, yes. that make sense? No, it probably doesn't, but that's okay. So middle, when you see a note, it's a 3 trill. This is the hardest part, when it's middle, middle, da-da-da, da-da-da, da-da-da. 5 consecutive ones of those in a row. So at full speed, you know. You see? It's almost like doing this, trilling continuously on the side. It's not easy. Left hand is very... And then that continues. So... the reason why this is so hard is to align the hands. In my opinion. So... this is where it starts, because the 5 trill starts. So your left hand goes dun 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 dun, and then da 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 da. Now notice this note, and this note line up. Notice there's a note over here. What does that mean? No, you're not doing this. Don't do that. You're gonna hit like this at the same time, left middle, and then do it as a spam. Doubles. And then you can either jack this, or you can do, you know, a really big reach here, and then you finish. So, drag. Oh, it's just too slow for me. 5 trill, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's again, it's just a part you have to practice, and what helps a lot is stay light. Move yourself to the right of your device so you have more leeway on your right hand, and more like body and weight on your right hand to just push through this part, because you need to be in okay condition by the time you get here. Like, not too nervous, but you're still a little nervous, but you're gonna have to just do it, get through it, and have stamina. And once you do this, your stamina will be dead. I'm just telling you from experience, your stamina will be dead. So if you stay lighter, you eliminate that chance. And also you have a lot more to do in the level. So, and left middle, doubles. Okay, mix or trill. Starts on the bottom. You can, if you're left-handed, you can do this. I would not suggest dragging. I mean, I've seen some guy where he just puts it here and taps here. I would just trill. And then it ends alternating. And then you finish the level. So here again, the left hand is just quarter notes. Now there's an 8th note for the left hand. Trill. Okay, so here, I would suggest starting with left middle, and then left middle again. This reach is too far for me. If you want, you can do that on a phone, or you can do that, but I would suggest just left middle, because the more compact you are, the less stamina you're using. The more you're reaching, the harder it is. So stay compact. Okay, now right hand doubles. These are 8th notes. Use your left hand. Keep your middle finger on this note. And using left hand. Okay. Choke point. Choke point alert. Okay. Your right hand is doing 2-1, 2-1. Like that. Okay. Let me set the checkpoint at that part. So, it's an alternating spam, but it's 2-1, 2-1 on the right hand. And then 2. 2-1, 2-1, 2. 2-1, 2-1, 2. So, if you can't do that, well then you rip you, kind of. I guess you could do a left hand trill. Or you can do like, I guess you could do that. Jacket, so double, and then like that. But the best thing is to do the 2-1, 2. It's very easy to choke this though. So when I do something like this, this comes up in a lot of Giga 15s. When I think of something like this, I think of rotating my hand around my index finger. If it's on the middle finger, I think of rotating it around. And you can just keep doing this and practice doing this or this. Notice how, like, when I do it like this, I'm lifting my index finger. I can't really lift the middle finger on this side. So this one's a little harder, but I'm still kind of lifting it as I do it. So, I mean, at full speed, it looks like something like this, right? So, it's a choke point, and you might choke there, and I'm sorry if you do, but that's just part of dynamics. So these are 4 togethers, and then a 16th trill. Use left middle here. Another 16th trill. Last part, don't choke here. Left index, right middle. Now move your left hand over. Do not do a 4 trill. Do not risk 4 trills at the end of levels. I've learned that the hard way. In this level, I didn't mess up, but in Zeta, I choked a 4 trill at the very end of the level. I actually didn't show that in the video because I didn't have it on video actually. Or did I? I don't remember. But I choked it. So yeah, don't do that. Don't be me. Sometimes you'll have to, but if you can avoid it, don't do it. Okay, here. There's 2 ways to do this. Left middle, or left, right, left. I would suggest just remembering to start with that left middle finger here. So when you're here, and then start with that right middle finger at the end here. So move over, left middle, right middle, and then end with that double. And that's prime Giga for you. I guess the worst part about this is it's kind of hard for me to make a how to get good on this, because there's not a lot that I can tell you that you don't know about this level once you've studied it for 10 minutes. This level is consistency. It's about being able to do parts that are really hard consistently, with confidence, with stamina. And that's why it's a 15 and not a 14. It's not a memory level. Well, it kind of is, but it's not supposed to be a memory level. It's supposed to test your reading and your stamina. And so it's hard. But if you can do it, props to you. All right, see you later.